Good, yeah. Alright. So I will switch to English now. Yeah. So let's start sitting on our heels and knees. Start with be aware of your feet. So your feet are parallel. So if your toes want to go like this, and your heels maybe want to go outside, try to make your feet parallel. Maybe you have to move some extra whatever on your buttocks, so you really can feel your heels under your sit bones. So,
and if you can't do that,
sorry? If you can't do that, then I'm sorry. Yeah, I wasn't coming. I was coming there. You can put something. I have extra yoga mats here, for example, or a blanket, a block, whatever, between your heels and butt, or between your, under your knees, if that's what you need, or maybe under your ankles. Sometimes you need to just a small, like this, so you have support under your ankle. And I always say just put a lot under, as much as you need. So it's better. I have some of my students in Esbjerg who's like up here, and then they take layers off. Så put cluster up. Hvad hedder det på engelsk? Sorry.
more bricks.
Yeah, build up as much as you need so you can be in the position without like sitting here and say ow, 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 and then you don't really get anything out of the position.
Thank you.
All right, so now we are here. Breathing in, expanding to our lower back, our sides. And exhale, pull your stomach in towards the spine. Draw your tailbone a little bit under or down towards the feet. And draw your neck long, tuck your chin in so you have full free flow through your neck. And then really when you're breathing in, feel the expansion in your lower back and your sides. So maybe take your hands like this and put them on the lowest rib. And then you can really feel the expansion. And maybe you can hold a little bit against with your stomach muscles. So it's not only the soft belly who goes out, but you can really direct the expansion to your lower back. Knees are together, or not together if you have like some extra on your thighs, but your thighs are together. So now we're coming forward to our hands and what do you call it in English? Underdrejer tæerne. Tuck your toes, yeah, of course. Tuck your toes under and coming up all the way to your feet, the front of your feet. And then check if you have like 2 or 3 fingers between your big toes. And maybe it's a good idea to take the feet out of the socks. So you can spread all your toes and you can, work with your feet. And when you are here, you lower your knees to the ground and pushing yourself up, sitting here on your heels with your knees a little bit wider than your hips. Again, if this is impossible or really, really painful, put something between your buttock your butt and your heels, or you can take blocks under your knees in the process. And actually I like this one also sometimes because you really get to go back to the front of the foot and feel that, so you're coming off the toes more. And again, try to have the feet parallel, so the heels are under the sit bones. Maybe there's a heel that needs to be guided in. Maybe there's a little toe that needs to be helped, guided out. Yeah, put extra between your buttocks and your heels if that's necessary. Gently. This. Yeah. Is that better? Yeah, but just stay here as long as you can. Breathe into it. Exhale, inhale, feel the expansion, and exhale, draw or press the sole of the feet backwards. Yeah. And if it's not possible anymore, just go here and press back. Because if you sit here like, ow, 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 this hurts, then you don't really get anything out of it, except that you overstretch your toe joint, and you're collapsing your lower back. So stay here instead and press back, so your soles of the feet are still pressing back. And all of the rest of the tough guys in here are just sitting there. Cool. And just inhale, expand to the sides, to the lower back. Exhale, draw the belly towards the spine and press the sole of the feet backwards. Line the neck and the lower back. And let's come out of it slowly. And just come back and sit on your heels. And if you have cramps or anything, just try to breathe into it. Just sit with it. And feel the sensation after the position. The effect of the blood rush or flow, and the lymph system and all the systems which getting into flow now is rushing, tingling, or whatever the feeling is, just feel it. And now we're coming into seesaw, so you are being aware of your feet again. They are parallel, the heels are under the butt, the seat bones. And then you just like fall down a little bit in your hip bones and lean back until your knees are lifting. And it's not about lifting your heels high, it's more about having your feet parallel. So it's easy if my heels are going out of under the out of position, yeah, then it's easy for me to do like this. But then I don't get the benefits of this position. So I lean back. Maybe I have my fingers here to just keep the balance, but not lean on the hands. Balancing yourself and just, yeah, so don't go higher than you can hold the balance. Breathe in. Expand to the lower back, to the sides. Exhale, draw the belly, the navel in towards the spine. Let the upper body like reach up. Align your neck. So draw your neck long and tuck your chin in, so you have like these small double chins. Words. Yeah. We also always should go around, have a little bit double chin, because a lot of us is like doing a little bit to this, too much this, and then we close off the flow in the neck. Breathe into it. Alright. So if you feel discomfort or pain or like, now I can't be in this position anymore, breathe into it. Just breathe into it and try to be there 1, 2, 3 long deep breaths more, and then come out of it slowly. The knees are together, the heels are under your seat bones, and the upper body is reaching up. And if you have the balance, you can put your hands on your thighs or behind you, or whatever feels good. So it's your upper body's strength that's holding your position. And on an exhale, come down. And just sit on your heels again and feel the sensation. Maybe you feel like your feet are falling off. Don't worry, it won't. But it can feel like it. And we are here for a long time, and it's normal to feel like that. But try to be in it, because when we do, we go through it instead of like crawling out and then it will come back. We will never expand our mobility, our flow in the body. All right, let's come round with our feet in front of us. And then maybe you can feel like it's like a dam that's been moved, so the rush will come when you take your feet out of the position. So take your feet in front of you. You can put a block in between your feet, and maybe a block under your buttocks if you need to be a little bit higher. I like to be here and then come down later on. Your feet are like a butterfly, but not in here, so it's not a stretch in the inner thigh we're going for. It's like more like an open diamond. So we sit here and then we come into eagle arms. So we take our hands out to the side, and then we cross the right hand over the left, all the way to at the upper arm, bending the left arm, and then wrap the right around as much as possible. Lift your elbows, and then like draw them a little bit out from you, and then down and in towards the sternum. Bend your elbows as much as possible. And then you lean your head back. And I totally forgot to say in the beginning, because of my nervous whatever, mouth is closed. The tongue is in the upper palate all the time. So now, mouth is closed, tongue in the upper palate, and then relax your jaw, relax your neck, your shoulders, relax your fingers, relax your legs, your toes. And breathe into it, breathe in, feel the expansion down towards the lower back, the sides. So you're still lifting your upper body, so you feel a space in your waist. And at the exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine, so you empty your lungs completely for used air. So all the time feel the expansion and the contraction with your breathing. And try to guide the expansion down to the lower back, where the tissue are a little bit more rigid, tighter than the soft stomach. And on an exhale, you're coming up with the head and lower, rounding your shoulders and lower your head down. So you're rounding the upper part of your upper body. And with this breathing, expansion and contraction, we make space between the cells in the tissue, in the cells in our organs, and the muscles, all the tissues in our body. And when we do that, when we make space for mobility, we make space for flow in the systems, the blood circulation, the lymph system, I don't know the words in English.
Fascia.
Yeah, also in the fascia, yeah, but the systems, there is kredsløbet, the immune system, the nervous system. When we're working with the organs, it's like more the systems we are thinking about, because I'm teaching a little bit more from the Chinese medicine tradition. And then the fascia and the tissue, the muscle tissue will follow, yeah, when there's flow. All right. So, on an exhale, you come up vertebra by vertebra, the head is laid. And then you lift your elbows again and draw them away from you as long as possible. And when you cannot reach any longer, you come down and rest on your block or on your feet, and maybe you need more blocks on top of each other like this. So you're resting your underarms and then your head. Start in from the beginning and hit it, so like all the way. Yeah. This, yeah. Because if we just do like this, then we don't really get into the position correctly. Gently try to do, can you do like this?
I have to.
Yeah, but try to just stay like this, and then bend this, yeah. And then you turn your hand like this, yeah. And yes. Cool.
But I can't do.
No, but it will come if you do
If I
this.
have less arms.
No, it's a mobility in your shoulders, I'm sure. But it will come, so try to do it as much as you can, really, yeah, like this. And then, yeah, if you can, your little finger is like holding on to, yeah, or the wrist or whatever, yeah, yes. Okay, and then lift your elbows like this and go forward and then come down. Breathe into it. And then I give you one more block so you have something to land on. So just breathe into it. When you feel tightness, discomfort, whatever, use your breathing. Use the oxygen. Send it there where this is needed. And again, tongue is in the upper palate, mouth is closed. Relax the jaw, the neck, the head is heavy. Relax the shoulders. Relax the hips. Let the knees sink down towards the ground. Relax your fingers and your toes. And on the next exhale, come up, roll up vertebra by vertebra. Lift your arms and unravel your arms out to the sides. And just sit here and feel the sensation. Maybe you want to do something with your fingers or your arms. Try not to. Just sit with it. Feel the sensations. Feel the rush, tingling, whatever. And now we are going to do the other side. So left arm crossing over, bending the right, wrap the left around as much as possible. Lift your elbows and reach them a little bit out in front of you and down in towards the sternum. And then bending your elbows. And now lean your head back. Mouth is closed. Tongue in the upper palate. Feel the inner Buddha smile, as somebody is calling it. The space in your mouth. Relax the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Breathe in, feel the expansion down to the lower back. And draw in the belly towards the spine at your exhale. And then come up slowly with your head. And roll your shoulders, let your head fall forward. So rounding your shoulders. Feel the round sensation in your upper back and also a little bit in your lower back. So when you feel the expansion in the lower back with the inhale, also feel a little rounding there. Let go of the neck. And on the next exhale, roll up vertebra by vertebra. Lift your elbows again and draw them away from you as long as you can. And when you are here and you cannot go further, then you are bending down. So the bending is not in the hips, but it's like over the hips. It's here in the waist. Let your head hang loose. Just let go of the head. It will be there. It will not fall off. Breathe into the back, the sides. Feel the ribs expanding and contract. Really use the breathing. Guide the oxygen towards the areas where you feel discomfort, when your arms feel like, now I cannot do this anymore, or whatever. Your hands, your wrists, your shoulders. Use the oxygen to guided down there where it's needed to renewal of the cells and to expansion of flow, mobility, moist. And on the next exhale, you roll up vertebra by vertebra. Lift your elbows, unravel your arms, let them come to the side and just feel the sensation. Before you let your arms fall down. And now we're going into frog. So you're sitting, you have your block in front of you, and then you come out in a wide knee position. So we start in turtle, so we come down to our elbows and underarms, and rest our head on the fist or two fists on top of each other. And then you use your elbows and your underarms to press back towards the heel, so that the weight is still on the heel, landing in the back. And you're pressing away from the ground with your arms. Let go of the head. Inhale, expansion to the lower back. Exhale, draw the navel, the belly in towards the spine. So you also draw the weight back to the heels, to your sit bones. And now you're lifting yourself a little bit up, so like the head from the turtle is coming out a little bit. And then you walk your underarms forward so your hips are following, but only as far as the ankle is in front of the knee, so not up here and not here, but like the ankle is here. And then you let your knees slide out to the side as much as the hips allow it. And then you point your toes away from each other, so you press the heel into the floor. And then you put your block underneath your sternum and lay down with all your weight on the sternum, on the block. And your elbows is going out to the side. You can rest your forehead on the tip of the fingers, who's just reaching each other. So the weight are on the sternum and on the heels. So when you press your heels down towards the floor, you will take weight off the knees. So inhale, expansion to the lower back. Exhale, draw the navel, the stomach towards the spine. Press down the heels. And feel space between or in front of your breath. What do you call that? The front of your chest. Relax the hips and let the knees slide out as long as possible. Press your heels down. Yes, I need a tendens til svejling i lænden. Yeah. Right. So maybe take a little bit too. Okay. Is it okay that your knees are so far apart, you think? No. Okay. So can you press your heels down like this? Yeah. Wow, do you feel another sensation now? Yeah. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So really press your heels down here. So when you do that, you will take the pressure off your knees.
Yeah.
And you will get something else out of the, breathe into your lower back, press down the heels. Wow, du er en rigtig flot one. Breathe in. Og træk vejret ind i din lænd dernede, så du får kigget bagud.
Lige så stille.
Ja. Så pas på, at du ikke kommer til at sveje i din lænd. Nu træk ligesom halebenet ind under dig.
Lige så stille.
Ja,
Det er godt.
okay. Er det okay?
Ja, det er okay.
Så træk vejret ind i det.
Det er bare fordi, jeg har en dårlig hofte.
Ja. Men din hofte bliver også aflastet, hvis du kan presse din hale ned i underlaget. Så sig til, når det er for meget. Træk vejret ind.
Jamen, det er fint nok. Jeg kan bare ikke holde den igen.
Nej, det er også derfor, jeg vil prøve at give dig fornemmelse.
Ja.
Indånd op i din lænd, udvid lænd. Rundt lænd, træk halebenet ind under dig. Og udånd, pres din hale.
Ja, nu skal den ud.
Ja, træk vejret ind. Super. Så måske skal du have en blok mere. Kan du løfte overhånden en lille smule op? Sådan der. Så du kan runde den lænd en lille smule mere. Er det bedre nu?
Mm.
Ja. Nu er også din hæle længere ned.
Ja. Det gør det heller ikke ondt.
Super, så pres hælen ned i underlaget. Nu skal jeg prøve at tage lidt. Træk vejret ind. Træk vejret ind i din lænd. Træk halebenet ind under dig. Alright, nu har jeg også været her længe. Jeg har slet ikke set på uret. Træk vejret ind i det. Og på den næste udånding tager I albuerne ind under kroppen, så I kan trykke fra. Oh, sorry, English. Press your body up from the ground, and then collect your toes, and then press yourself back towards the heels. And now you're walking your hands back towards your knees, inside of the knees, and then back to turtle. So head against the floor, but the focus is still weight on your heels. So the sit bones have the contact, have the weight on the heels. And then you're rounding your back like a turtle, like a land turtle who has really a round shield. So press away with all your hands, all the fingers, all the palm. Yeah, thank you. So we're also stimulating the nervous, the meridians. It starts in the hands and the fingers. And now on an exhale, roll up vertebra, collecting the knees. And then when you sit on your heels, stay with the weight on your heels, and then press your arms away from you. And press yourself back. So again, no collapsing in the lower back, but really feel the rounding in the lower back, and stretch your arms and really put a pressure into your hands, so you're pressuring the weight back to your heels, and you At the same time, you reach your arms away from you, so you working on this lengthen on your waist, on the sides. Let your head be heavy. And then you let your upper body and your arms be as long as possible, all the way to the sit bones, to the tailbone. And then come up on an exhale, vertebra by vertebra. The head is always relaxed. And just sit here on your heels, just for a moment. And feel the effect of the positions. And now we are going down to lay on our backs. So come down to the ground. Take a hold of the back of your head and draw your neck long, so you tuck your chin into these double chins to the ceiling. And then you walk your feet together and pull your knees up, so into cradle. So don't pull in your knees, just have one hand around each knees like heavy hooks. And don't pull them down, just let the gravity do its work. So heavy hands, heavy arms, heavy elbows. Shoulders away from the ears. And try to have the knees together. So if they want to go out a lot to the sides, try to have them a little bit collected a little bit. Inhale, expand in your lower back. Feel the connection to the ground. Be more tight when you expand on your exhale. Relax your shoulders. Relax your elbows. Relax your feet. And then let go of the knees and let them fall out to the side, so you can stretch your arms down in front of your body and grab hold of your big toes. So you'll have, like with the first, what does it, I don't remember the fingers' names, but the two fingers, like the peace sign, grabbing the big toe. And your feet are, sole of the feet are pointing towards each other, and the knees are falling out as far as the hip joints are allowing. And then on the next exhale, we open our legs, so our feet are parallel to the floor. And then we pull in our big toe, so we are bending our elbows, so our elbow are coming a little bit out in front of the knee joint. And we're just like pressing or pulling our toes, so we're pressing the knee down towards the armpits and the thighs down towards our body, the upper body. So it's not a happy baby when we're going out here, but it's really more like a reverse squat. So we are pressing our knees down towards the elbows And we're using our upper arm, strengthening in our upper arm. You try to bend your elbow so you're like using this to.
I can't reach.
You can't reach, but you will. Try to start from the beginning like this. So you're stretching your, like just bend it. Like before, like this.
Like this.
Like this, you're just laying here.
Mm.
And then try to open as much as you can. Just pull down as much as you can. So don't open more than you still can grab a hold on your toe.
But my arm are still stretched.
Yeah, but it will come. Don't worry.
A few years.
Maybe not. Just open your legs as much so you still have a grab of your big toe. And then I think you can bend a little bit, micro bending in your elbows.
Yeah, more
So
than this.
So you can use your upper, your biceps to pull down.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And the under, what do you call it? Under leg, from the knee and down is more like parallel to the floor, so like this, yeah. So it's a little bit different from a happy baby where we just, yeah. So the tailbone is in the ground. And also try to collect your feet a little bit. So, er du hypermobil i kloden? Ja. Okay. Så hvis du går herud, så får du ikke sådan den samme, så stagnerer du med i hoften. Så prøv at tage fat om din store tær. Bare med de 2 fingre om store tær, så du sådan rigtig. Og så træk mere ned. Så skal du måske bruge så meget kraft, når du er hypermobil, som nogle andre. Så slap af i dine skuldre, og så think long spine from the neck and all the way down to the tailbone is in the ground. And relax the shoulders. So the shoulders are relaxing down towards the ground. Yes. Breathe into it. Feel the expansion in your lower back at the inhale. And exhale, draw your belly in towards the spine. And when you feel the discomfort or you feel like, now it's enough, it's enough for me, I want to go out of the position, try to take 1 or 2 or 3 more long deep breaths and then come out of the position slowly on an exhale. And then maybe come back when you just have had a break. And then on the next exhale, let your feet come together again. Let the knees go out in front of you. Your arms are stretched down in front of your body. And then you let go of this big toe and come back to cradle again. 1 hand on each knee, heavy hands, heavy elbows. And check it in your neck again. So if you got to stick your neck out or your chin out before, then come back to a long neck. And then slowly let go of the knees and come back to constructive rest with your knees resting against each other, feet hip width apart. And good space from your buttocks down to the heels. So you find a position where your psoas your hip joints are relaxing as much as possible. Your arms to the side with the hand palms facing the sky, the ceiling. Also find a position where your shoulders are relaxed as much as possible. Your neck is long. Chin is in. Feel the expansion on the inhale and Draw the belly into the spine at the exhale. And now you take your block on the long, like this, and then you walk your feet together and towards your buttocks. And when you have a grip with your feet, then you press down so you can lift your hip bones, and then you place your block underneath your tailbone so your lower back is free, and the block is like going down between the butt cheeks. And then you're like drawing your pelvis a little bit down towards your feet. Walk your feet away from you, and then let your knees fall out. Let your feet, the sole of your feet, face each other. They don't have to touch each other. Let your knees fall out as much as your hip bones or your hip joints are allowing. Inhale, expand to your lower back, rounding your lower back every time. And exhale, draw the navel in towards the spine. Så din lænd er fri, men så du får lidt mere støtte under. Er det bedre? Træk vejret ind. Og når du ikke kan mere, så går du bare langsomt ud af det, og så lægger du blokken på en anden løbende, så ligger så godt. Det er godt på. Nej, super. Eller ikke super, men du gør.
Så siger man, udover gennem næsen eller munden.
Ja, vejrtrækning er gennem næsen, fordi så får vi optimeret vores vejrtræk, eller vores iltning af kroppen. Det vil jeg rigtig gerne tale noget mere om på et andet tidspunkt, men ikke på engelsk. Alright. Kunne det hjælpe at få blokken lidt højere op, så at du får lidt mere støtte? Så din lænd skal være fri, men den skal ikke op i din lænd. Nej, jeg ved ikke, hvor din lænd er. Det kan du bedst selv mærke, men så du har lidt mere støtte herinde.
Jeg slår af, fordi jeg kan mærke,
Ja.
at
Super. So your neck is long and your chin is in, so you still have these double chins to the ceiling. Your mouth is closed, your tongue is in the upper palate. And you feel space between your ears, inside your mouth, the inner Buddha smile. Maybe an outside, because your lips are going into a smile. Relax your jaw, your neck, your shoulders away from the ears. Just find a position where your shoulders is relaxing as much as possible, possibly with the hands, the palm of the hands facing the ceiling. Inhale, expand to the lower back. Exhale, draw the navel in. Relax your hips. Let your knees sink down towards the floor. Relax your toes, your fingers. And on the next exhale, you bring your knees together, landing on your feet, walking them towards your butt, and then press away. Lift your hips and remove the block, and then come down vertebra by vertebra, tailbone at the last. And then walk your feet away from your buttocks again into constructive rest. And just feel the effect of the position. Feel the mark from the block dissolve. And then you can stay in constructive rest, or you can walk your feet together and stretch out your legs. So feel the top of your head, the back of your head, the neck, the long neck. Feel the tongue in the upper palate, relax the jaws. And feel your shoulders, your shoulder blades, your arms, your hands. Feel your back, the long muscles, the slide runs along the spine, your waist, your lower back, your hips, your thighs, your knees, and the lowest part of your legs, your ankles, your heels, the sole of your feet, the toes. Feel all your body as a whole, from the toes to the fingertips to the top of the head, of your head. Body a little bit more relaxed, but also a little bit stronger, with a little bit more flow in all your systems in your body, for regeneration and for self-healing. A body who's working, who has flow, a little bit more flow again perhaps. Loosened all the stagnations and some of them, toxins. Maybe you feel a gratitude for this amazing body who's working for you every day. Gratitude for giving yourself time here to take care of you, for mobility and balance, health. Now slowly are you starting to coming back. So move your fingers and your toes a little bit. Maybe move around like you feel like your body wants to. Like when you wake in the morning and you're yawning and you're doing like the pandiculation or the stretching as we call it. And then to draw your knees towards your stomach and roll over to the right side. Pushing yourself up to a seated position as comfortable as possible for you right now. Keep your eyes closed for a minute. Still, just sit and feel your feet. These amazing feet is carrying you. Feel the point just beneath your belly, the dantian. Feel your heart is beating for you every day. So lick your palm of the hands in front of your heart. Bend your neck and just feel for one more time into your heart, into maybe a feeling of gratitude for this amazing body or for something completely different. And when you're ready, you're blinking your eyes open and coming back. Thank you for letting me guide you one more time.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.